to Mastermind. In the spotlight today is Francis Riley, a third-year student whose specialist subject is the psychology of internet behaviour. Your first question, what is memory?
Psychologically speaking, memory is a capacity of storing and retrieving information through a process of encoding, storage and retrieval.
Can you elaborate on these processes?
Encoding is a process of converting stimuli into a meaningful form. This process can be broken down into acoustic, visual and semantic. More effective encoding will take place if more than one of these processes happens at the same time. Storage is a process of keeping these memories intact, with three different types of memory being involved: episodic, procedural and semantic. Retrieval is a process of locating these memories and bringing them back into consciousness using recall and recognition. Tulvin in 1982 developed the ESP principle, which links storage, recall and recognition by stating that memory is most effective when information available at encoding is also present at retrieval.
Can you name any models used for memory?
Psychologists have put a number of models forward. These include the information processing model, the levels of processing model, the transfer appropriate processing model, the parallel distributed processing model.
Can you put into context one of these models?
The information processing model is where stimuli must pass through three distinct stages. Stage 1, the sensory memory, will hold information for only a brief amount of time, using sensory registers to store this information for 1 to 2 seconds, long enough for processing into the short-term memory. Selective attention is used to focus resources to a specific stimuli to prevent our brain from overloading. Stage 2, short-term memory, uses a chunking effect, where items have been shown to be best remembered when broken down into units of between 5 and 9. If not encoded into the long-term memory after 18 seconds, the information is generally forgotten. Stage 3, long-term memory, has hypothetically an unlimited capacity, with a potential recall for memories stored from a very young age.
What is a serial position effect?
This is a tendency when looking at a list of words that you remember the first in the list called the primary effect and the last in the list called the recency effect, and you forget the ones in the middle.
Can memory be improved?
Dominic O'Brien, 8 times world memory champion, can remember 364 strings of words and a sequence of 2,808 playing cards. This is achieved using a journey method of associating each element with a step in a well-known journey. A number of other methods exist for memory improvement, including the SPAR method: survey, process, ask and review.
Does memory play a role in web design?
Psychology provides a framework for understanding how a user will think, interact and react to the design of web pages. Jacob Nielsen, an expert on web usability, writes that good navigation menu design is often governed around the 7 ± 2 rule put forward by George Miller in 1956.
Francis, thank you. A perfect round, no passes and all questions answered.